Right. Hi there, we're going to review our trinomials factoring by the AC method. So AC method means we're going to multiply our A times C. And I know it's been a little while since we did take trinomial notes because this is like our factoring trinomial review. So remember, your trinomials look like ax squared plus bx plus c. That's the way they look. If you notice, A is your first guy and C is your second guy. There we go. Now this is our factoring trinomials review just because we need to remember how to show all of our steps. So to start with, we always check first for GCF. And first thing we're going to do is say 9 cannot go to 17. 17's prime, so no GCF. So now we're going to do A times C. So 9 times negative 30, we use that sign there in front, we get a negative 270. And you see this scratch work out to the side where I'm showing my A times C? I have to see this. I have to see your A times C number and then the factors you pick. Because now that we have A times C, we're now going to add to B. So I know before I left I showed you all a calculator trick for it. So real quickly, if you want to, just make yourself like a little box off to the side and write down these calculator notes because it's been a little while since you've seen them. There we go. Oh, get rid of that little symbol here. And if you go to the home screen of your calculator, you find that button that has the parabola on it, that U shape. Then from there, you're going to type in negative 270 divided by x. Then enter. Wait for your calculator to do its thing. Then go to menu. And then 7, enter. And what that does is it shows you all the factors of negative 270. And what we want to do is find the ones now that will add to B. So it starts, of course, with 1 times negative 270. But because it ends in a 0, I'm going to go ahead and jump to 10 because I know 10 will be a good one to try. So 10 times a negative 27 is what your calculator is going to tell you. Now, remember, we now need to add to B. So we're going to add to 17 here. Now if we try that 10 plus negative 27, we're going to get a negative 17. And I want a positive 17. So what we got to do then is come through here and change everybody's signs. We're going to make him a negative 10 plus a positive 27 gives me plus a positive 17 is my answer. So negative 10 plus 27 gives me 17. And now negative 10 times positive 27 gives me negative 270. So A times C, and then add to B. And this part right here, I know it feels like scratch work, but I need to see it on your paper. I need to see that you understand this process. Okay? Now, for the first part, we just drop down your first term, 9p squared. And now we're going to break apart your 17p into those two factors that we found. So it's going to be a negative 10. Because that guy has a p, he gets a p. And it's a positive 27. So plus 27p. There we go. And now your last guy, your negative 30, drops down. And now because we're factoring, we have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we factor by grouping. We're going to group your first 2, group your second 2, and find their GCFs. So your first one's 9 and 10. 9 can't go into 10 evenly. The only thing that makes 9 is 3. 3 can't go into 10 evenly. But they both do have p, so they have p in common, so you got to take out that p. And now 9p squared take away a p is just 9p. Negative 10 take away the p is just negative 10. Now, here's where some of us do forget this symbol here. Whatever symbol starts your second parenthesis, drop it down, so it's a plus sign. And now 27 and 30. I'm going to come down here for a little bit of calculator work too, so just remind yourself your calculator can help you find the GCF of just 2 terms by typing in GCD parentheses 27, comma 30, and he'll shoot you out 3, but also I know 27 and 30 have 3 in common, so 3. And now 27p divided by 3 is 9p. Negative 30 divided by 3 is negative 10. We know we've done it correctly because our parentheses are the same. And last step, we write our first parenthesis with our GCF, P plus 3. And now the one that's the same, 9P minus 10. There we go. Oh no, made my box too small on that side. Alright, and now, let's see, go to highlighter mode for a second. So, right through here, I'll show you everything that's important. There we go. So whenever you factor a trinomial, I need to see not just here where you break it apart, but I also need to see your scratch work of where you picked your factors. Now right here, make sure that always makes sense. Negative 10p plus 27p was 17p, but always just kind of double check yourself. Now this one over here, come to look at it. It has 5a squared plus 10a minus 40. So the first thing we check for is GCF. This one does have a GCF, and we can tell that because their smallest number is 5, and 5 can go into anything that ends in a 0. So it has a GCF of 5. Because this guy doesn't have an a, we can't take out an a. So I have to go drop down my 5. And 5a squared divided by 5 is a squared. 10a divided by 5 is 2a. And negative 400 divided by 5 is a negative 80. There we go. And now inside this parenthesis here, we have our trinomial. We have our ax squared plus bx plus c. So we're going to do a times c. So our a times c is going to be 1 here in front of our a squared. So 1 times negative 80 gives us negative 80. There we go. Once again, you can put that in your calculator, hit go home, run home to the main screen, hit the U button, so your parabola, your graph paper, then type in negative 80 over x, or divided by x, then enter, menu 7, enter, and it'll show you all your factors of negative 80. Now we want to find which ones we'll now add to 2. As this one does end in a 0 like the last one, I am going to go ahead and just jump to 8 and 10. There we go. So 8 times negative 10 is negative 80, but remember we now have to add to b. So 8 plus negative 10 gives me negative 2. So we're going to have to do like what we did last time and change everybody's symbols. So if I make it negative 8 plus a positive 10, that will give me my positive 2 that I need for my b. So a times c, so negative 8 times positive 10 gives me negative 80, so a times c, and then add to b. Negative 8 plus 10 gives me 2. And we're right back to where we were. Now your GCF just has to drop down. So we're just going to drop down 5, and then our parentheses, and then our a squared drops down, and we break apart our a, or 2a. There you go. So we're going to break 2a apart into negative 8. A and a positive 10, so plus 10a. Because that guy has the a, they both get a's. And double check yourself, negative 8a plus 10a would be 2a, so that works. And now your negative 80 drops down. There we go. And now inside this parenthesis you have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to factor by grouping again. So group your first 2, group your second 2. Alright, so your 5 drops down. Sorry for that, my connection got reset, but we'll go back to where we drop down our 5 here. And make a big parenthesis again. And now we're going to look for a GCF in our first group. So we just have a 1 here, so 1a squared minus 8a. They have an a in common, so we take out the a. A squared, take away the a is just a. Negative 8a, take away the a is just negative 8. There we go. Remember, drop down that symbol, so plus. And now because 10 and 80, 10 can go into 80 evenly, it's plus 10. They don't both have a, so it's just going to be 10. And 10a divided by 10 is just a. Negative 80 divided by 10 is negative 8. And we're good. We got that same parentheses again. A minus 8, a minus 8. So we write our final answer. GCF drops down now for the 4th time. And we write our GCFs in the first parenthesis and the one that's the same in the second. So our GCFs are a plus 10. And the 1, that's the same as a minus 8. There we go. Hopefully that helps you out with trinomials and knowing what work needs to be shown. As far as it goes, if you do need help or have questions, please ask. You all have a great day.